Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Unfog with Dr. Atahar Parveen. This is the session 2 of science pedagogy, very much useful for Karnataka TET, TGT, HSTR and GPSTR. So in this session also we will be discussing the most important science pedagogy questions. Okay, so if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe right now, and also if you are liking my work, please like my videos and also keep sharing my videos among other TET aspirants. And also we have a Telegram channel. You will find the link of that channel in the description below this video. Please do click that link and join the Telegram channel. That is the one way where you can directly connect to me, because we are discussing lot of important concepts and many multiple choice questions based on teacher recruitment examinations and teacher eligibility tests. Okay, so let us start the class. First question of this session is, what does differentiation mean in the context of science education? The options are teaching the same way to all students, adapting instruction to accommodate diverse student needs, ignoring individual learning preferences, encouraging memorization. So by seeing the options only you can decide that the correct answer is adapting instruction to accommodate diverse student needs. This is one method known as differentiation, which involves the tailoring of instruction to match the students' abilities and learning styles. Okay, so with this type of method, students can adapt instructions, and because different students have different needs in order to understand the concepts, so this method will accommodate all the diverse students with the different needs and capacity to understand the concept. Okay. Next question. Which assessment type requires students to apply their scientific knowledge to solve real world problems? And the options are multiple choice test, rote memorization, project based assessment, memory recall test. So the correct option for this question is project based assessment, because project based assessment is the one which judges or which assesses the ability of the student to apply knowledge to practical situations. Okay, that is what we call as a real world problems. Okay, so if the student is been given some project and then the student is assessed based on that project, then surely the teacher will be able to assess the ability of the student, wherein the student can apply knowledge to the real world problems. Okay. Next question. A teacher uses a combination of lectures, discussions and hands-on activities. What approach is the teacher employing? So the teacher is using lectures, discussion and hands-on activities together. That is in the combination of these three methods. So which approach is the teacher employing? Either it is single teaching method, lecture centered method, integrated teaching or lecture based teaching. So clearly the option, the right one for this question is integrated teaching. Integrated means the word integrated means only combining. Okay, they say integrated MSc, integrated PhD, right? So integrated MSc involves BSc also. Okay, integrated PhD involves MSc also. So integrated means only combining. So integrated teaching is a combination of different type of methods in order to fulfill the needs of different learning styles of different learners. Okay. Next question. How can a teacher foster a positive attitude toward science in students? The options given are by focusing solely on theoretical knowledge, by avoiding any hands-on activities, by connecting science to real-life applications, by discouraging questions. So by seeing the options only you can do odd one out. By discouraging questions, no teacher would like to do that. By avoiding any hands-on activities, no teacher would like to do it. Correct? So By focusing only on theoretical knowledge, no teacher would like to do that also. So the remaining option is option C, by connecting science to real life applications. Because showing real life importance makes science more engaging and more relatable to our daily life. Thus, the reason why a teacher would foster a positive attitude towards science in students by connecting science to real life applications. Okay. Next question. What does metacognition refer to in the context of science education? So, what is metacognition? Options are teaching strategies, memorization techniques, thinking about one's own thinking, peer assessment. So, metacognition actually means thinking about one's own thinking. This thing, metacognition, it actually involves understanding and reflecting on one's thought processes. So, see, before I start my lecture, I have some thought process in my mind, right? So, that is only metacognition. Okay, so thinking about one's own thinking is known as a metacognition, and this is very much important in the context of science education. Okay, without planning or without a good thought process, it is impossible for a science teacher to take a good class or conduct a good session among the learners. Okay, clear, right? Next question. What is the primary purpose of using concept maps in science teaching? Encouraging rote memorization, promoting competition among students, organizing and visualizing connections between ideas, replacing textbooks. So, the primary purpose of using concept maps in science teaching is organizing and visualizing the connections between the ideas. Because these concept maps, they are actually helping students in understanding the relationship between the scientific concepts. Okay, so organizing and visualizing connections between ideas is the primary purpose of using the concept maps in the teaching of science. Okay. Next, a teacher invites a scientist to speak to the class about their research. What teaching strategy is being employed? So, a teacher invited one scientist to give a lecture in the class about whatever the research is being done by the scientist. So, what is the teaching strategy the teacher is employing here? So, here the teacher has invited a guest speaker who can bring the real world expertise and experience in the classroom of the teacher. Okay, you all must have experienced this guest speaker thing. Usually they start guest speaker procedure from the high school only. So a good scientist or a good successful person is usually invited into the school or into the college or into the class to motivate children and to bring out the real world expertise and experiences among the students in the classroom. Okay. Next, what is the primary goal of using formative assessments during instruction? So, what is the main goal of using this FAs during instruction? The main goal is identifying the learning gaps. Because these FAs are conducted within a short period of time, right? So, once the learning gaps are identified by the teacher can work on learners by keeping these learning gaps in mind, and the teacher can improve the students for a essay, correct, for the summative assessment. Okay, clear, right? So, formative assessments are helping teachers identify the areas where students need the further support. Okay, option B is the correct answer for this question. Next question. Which of the following strategies can help make science content more accessible for diverse learners? So, the options are using only one teaching approach, ignoring individual learning preferences, incorporating multimedia and visual aids, relying solely on verbal explanations. So, among these four options, which one is the strategy that can help make science content more accessible for diverse learners? So, the correct answer is incorporating multimedia and visual aids, because visual aids are usually accommodating different learning styles, and they are also improving the comprehension of the learners. So that's why multimedia and visual aids, they are always a good method in order to make the science content more accessible for diverse learners. Okay, so option C is the correct answer for this question. Next, what is the primary focus of inclusion in science education? The options given are excluding students with learning difficulties, tailoring instruction to meet individual needs, teaching only the brightest students, using a single teaching method. See, in this type of question also you can remove the odd options and finally reach to the correct option. Like no teacher would like to use one single method, right, for teaching. So option D is removed. Then teaching only the brightest students is a very wrong method to apply. So option C is also removed. Next, tailoring instruction to meet individual needs can be the correct answer. So excluding students with learning difficulties would never help any teacher improve his or her students in the classroom. So option B, tailoring instruction to meet individual needs, will be the primary focus of inclusion in science education. Because what actually inclusion means? Inclusion means involving adapting instruction for all students, whether the student is having learning difficulties or student is a bright student or is an average student, whatever type of a student is there in the class. The teacher's main aim to teach each and every one in the classroom and make the concepts clear, correct? So inclusion is usually involving adapting instruction for all students, not only those students who are bright, but also those students who are having learning difficulties. Okay, option B is the correct answer. So friends, in this session we have learnt that without the preparation of pedagogy also, especially the science pedagogy, one can give the correct answer to the given question if you understand the question properly, and many chances are there that you can remove the wrong answers and reach to the correct option for that particular question. Now let's discuss few very important questions which have been asked in Karnataka TET 2022 question paper. Okay, so the first question from this part is, principle involved in the deductive approach is. So which principle is involved in the deductive approach? Simple to complex, rule to example, example to rule, or known to unknown. So deductive approach involves rule to example. Okay. Next question. A ball rolling on any surface come to stop after some time. The content category represents the above statement is. So the four options are concept, generalization, fact, procedure. Means the question is a ball rolling on any surface come to stop after some time. So this statement, either it is a concept based statement or generalization based statement, fact, or it is a procedure. So the correct answer is that it is a concept based statement. Okay. Next question. A teacher in a classroom asks question at the end of each teaching point covered. The type of evaluation adopted by teacher is, of course, it is a formative assessment, because after each point the teacher is covering, the teacher is asking the question. So it is a short term assessment, right? So it is a formative assessment. Next question. Experimental method of teaching is more appropriate than demonstration method. The reason for this is, the options are, experiment was conducted, interaction takes place on experimentation, students get self-experience in experimentation, it inspires the students while conducting experiments. So the correct option for this question is students get self-experience in experimentation. So experimentation is the best method of demonstration among the students. Okay. Next question. Which of the following is not a purpose of organizing science fair? See, read the question carefully. Okay. The question is, which of the following is not a purpose of organizing science fair? The options are to stimulate a greater interest in science among students, to stimulate science hobbies, to stimulate people's scientific talents, to stimulate to display charts. See, Among the given 4 options, 3 options are a purpose of organizing science fair. Which is not a purpose of organizing science fair is to stimulate to display charts. Okay. So option 4 will be the correct answer because other 3 options are a purpose of organizing science fairs. Okay. Okay friends. So this was today's session on science pedagogy. Meet you in the next part of the science pedagogy. Till then, all the best. Take care. Bye.